There's some herbs that are food herbs, and there's some herbs that are much more medicinal herbs. They're very powerful herbs. You really need to know what you're doing if you start to use the powerful herbs, and you need to work with someone who has been schooled in the use of these herbs. Food herbs would be nettles, red raspberry leaf, chamomile, calendula. They're all fairly safe to use. Red clover, but again, red clover and garlic. If you're having any kind of surgery, they will promote bleeding. Because they promote the blood to circulate through your body faster. So therefore, they're on the doctor's list to be careful if you're going to have surgery. Don't use those herbs about a week prior to it. One of my favorite herbs right now is an herb called maca, M-A-C-A. It started coming into this country about 10 years ago, and it comes from the high Andes Mountains in South America. It is used as a hormone balancer, but it's good for men, it's good for women, it's good for children. Anybody who might be a little bit out of balance or a lot out of balance. It's a powdered herb. It smells like malt and tastes like malt that you put in a milkshake, so it's not offending. It's amazing what it does. I have women that are in their menopausal years, and it stops their hot flashes for them. You take a quarter of a teaspoon a day mixed in water, and it really works wonders for them. I have men who use it because men have hormonal changes also, and it helps them. And children, with the foods we have today, they have so many different hormones in them that they're out of balance too. And it's amazing what people tell me how it works for them. I like it, we use it in this household, and I recommend it to people. And it's an herb that you don't have to worry about. It's a food herb, it's a safe herb. So, one of my favorites. It's the season for allergies coming up right now, and you probably should know about a couple of herbs that are really good for allergies. The first one is eyebright. Eyebright has been used by people for centuries for sinus conditions, and it's basically for areas right here. It's best used in a liquid form. Many of my customers tell me that they find it works 100 times better than the over-the-counter Claritin. It is non-addictive. It has no interaction with medication as far as any written literature tells us. It's safe to use on adults or children, and it tastes good. And you can take it as often as you like. You can take it 3 or 4 times a day if you need it. And it really does what Claritin does, and it does it better, according to my customers. I use eyebright considerably during this time of year. The other herb you should know about this time of year is golden seal. Golden seal is an endangered species, so you want to use it with care. It slows the production of mucus down throughout the body. So therefore, if you've really got a severe sinus condition going, it will slow the production of the mucus down so that it's not being pumped out as much. It also has an affinity for staph and strep. It will kill it upon contact. We make a sinus wash, and we use golden seal salt, baking soda, and warm water. And you use it in a neti pot, and you can clear your sinuses out. Our bodies know what to do with plants. We've been eating plants since time began. And we The plants digest the minerals and the vitamins out of the soil, and they take them up, they break them down, and then when we eat the plant, our bodies can use what the plant has broken down. When you buy over-the-counter vitamins or supplements, most of them are not plant-based. They're chemical-based. They've put together something that is very close to calcium or very close to vitamin A or whatever, but it's not exactly the same as what you're getting from a plant. So your body takes it in and it says, "Whoa, that looks like calcium, but the molecule's a little too big," or "that looks like vitamin A, but the molecule's a little too small. But maybe we could use it at some point in time." So the body stores it. It keeps pushing it around and it stores it. It stores it in your joints, it stores it in your muscles, it stores it wherever it possibly can store it. And after a long period of time, all these little storage areas start to hurt. And they become arthritis, they become fibromyalgia. A lot of our problems today are by the chemicals that our body is taking in and thinking that it possibly could use at some point in time. My suggestion to you is to find a plant-based supplement, a plant. Or if you possibly can, eat organic, and you're going to get a lot of your vitamins and nutrition right there. And you won't need to buy supplements. And you may say, "Well, organic food is costly." Yes, it is, but figure out what it's costing you to buy your supplements and see how much it's costing you to buy your food and see if they balance out. I bet you find the food is cheaper. Herbs can make your medication work better than it ever worked before, which could get you in trouble or could make you very well. It's, you just never know. Or they could stop your medication from working. Herbs can cause the blood to flow faster in your body. They can also slow it down. So if you're preparing for surgery or something where bleeding could be a problem, there's certain herbs you need to stay away from. Some examples might be pennyroyal, bloodroot, chaparral. All three of them are marvelous herbs, but you really need to know what you're doing because a little bit of that can seriously hurt you. People just are really impressed with the simple household things you can use to help yourself rather than having to go to the doctor all the time. The doctors appreciate it too because they don't have a cure for some of these things, so it's a hit and miss opportunity for them.